Hello and welcome. Is it me, Brian Smith, Land of Mid Library, and today we start a new game. I feel like it's been freaking ages since we started a new game. Stars and Time was so goddamn good, but good lord, did it take a lot longer than I thought it was. I thought it was a much shorter game. Absolute worth every second. If you hadn't watched it, go play it. If you can't be asked going to play it, watch my VODs. It was so good. But I'm excited to start a new game. This one hopefully actually is as short as I think it is though. Welcome everyone. Welcome. The one nobody knows yet, but I do know because you've been here like 5 times now, and I appreciate it. Thank you for coming back so much. Welcome Nimby. Welcome Benjamin. Welcome to 100 American Bison. Welcome No Size Phantom. Welcome to today's stream. Welcome Valdez. Welcome Lurkers. Welcome to all. Will this game make Bridie cry? Tune into this week's episode of Bridie Smith. I don't cry that often on stream. Okay, nobody knows. Okie dokie, okie dokie. I have heard rumors of this one nobody knows. Yeah, I don't cry that often. It was Stars and Time made me cry a lot, but because that game was like super duper sad and feelsy. But this one's just gonna be fluffy and cute, and it's got ducks, and it's about Odysseus and Penelope as a otome game. And as soon as I saw it ages ago, I think it was the it was a Next Fest or something. I was just looking through games. I was like, this, and I needed it in my life. So now I get to have it in my life, and I'm excited about that. And I'm gonna share it with you guys. Let's go. Quack 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 quack. Fluff and cute until well, we know the tragedy. Odysseus will go to war, and then he won't come back for 20 years. Konbanwa, sensei. I'm a sensei. I could be a sensei. Hello, Noka-chan. Welcome. Good evening. Are you ready for some otome game nonsense with some ducks and some history? I'm excited. Why did I even say yes to Uncle Tandarius? Why did he? Look at that pal. She's adorable. Quack! Wait. I suppose I best get my best quack out. Alright, fine. It's my fault I couldn't say no. Maybe it's not that bad. Animated blinks! I know this is on Rempy, so I don't know. I'm gonna be very impressed by everything, because obviously my MP game is not that impressive compared to this. The leader of the separatists? Maybe. Shaba shaba. Shaba shaba. How did they get that as a noise in Japan? It's always wild, the different noises that each language has assigned to animals that kind of say the same thing, but that's what makes sense for their language. It's wild. But the ducks will be the real MVPs from what I've heard of this game. At least I don't have to see father. It's just that I'm not comfortable with unfamiliar places. Everyone looks at us so weird here. At home, they ignore us. Quack, quack. Oh, you too, huh? Oh, look at all these ducks! This duck... That's Quaxley, isn't it? There's Quaxley in the background. Oh yeah, I'm the Pompadour duck. I didn't notice him. Oh, you too, huh? Quack, quack. Didn't I tell you already why we're here? You know Helen, my cousin? She's very extremely pretty, so kings and princes kept coming over to ask for her. I heard she's been upset, so Uncle called me and my sisters over. But we're not really familiar with each other. Besides, she doesn't like you guys being around. Helen doesn't like ducks! Well, not as wonderful as we heard. I wouldn't go to war for a lady who doesn't like ducks, honestly. Quack, quack! Hey, no swearing. She's still my cousin. Rude ducks. Quack.
As I've thought. I shouldn't have bothered coming here.
Odysseus is voiced. So I don't have to voice Odysseus. You're scared, Dakshika.
That poor lady was swarmed by those men.
Poor Helen.
Quite pitiable, if you ask me.
The young man turned around, only to see a sight to behold.
What am I looking at?
A woman surrounded by ducks, I believe. Yes, absolutely a woman surrounded by ducks. Look at her beautiful, beautiful ducks. Between Helen and me, I'd say she's a beautiful, majestic swan. Well, I'm just a mangy little duck next to her. Quack! Oh, sorry, that's not what I mean. You guys are great. Ducks are great. Yes, they are.
Is she being swarmed by ducks?
I'm so glad it's only Odysseus being voiced, so I can still voice Penelope. I wonder if there's a duck prince or a duck king. And then they turn into a handsome man with a kiss. Is there any one of you like that? Quack.
By the gods. Are they conversing?
Yes, they are, Odie. And the ducks in turn reply and seemingly listen to the girl. Almost as though they actually understood each other.
How surreal.
The girl turned her head and caught sight of the man who'd been watching her. She pulled her veil over her face. I got caught talking to my duckies. As someone who has been swarmed by ducks, Odysseus' reaction is valid. What a handsome man, oh my. Penelope then whispered to her ducks. He must be one of Helen's suitors. Quack. The birds nudged her with their heads. Approach him? But should I? Should we? Ducks out on this one. Duck puns! I mean, the ducks are telling us what to do. The ducks are trying to be good wing ducks. And if they're telling me to go say hi, then we should go say hi. No, they're right. I should toughen up more. Being here and all, it's nice to occupy. It's a nice opportunity to meet new people. Hold on, but what do I say? I can't just walk up to him for no reason, right? Right? The girl took in deep breaths to ready herself. Alright, we can do this. She turned around and... Yeah! Surprise, she almost tripped. Oh, there. Are you alright? Thankfully, he managed to catch her. He's holding my hand! Oh no, Penelope's got social anxiety. I don't smell like a duck right now, do I? With her head filled with useless thoughts, the girl could only nod in response. Oh, that's good. Sorry about that. No, it's fine. I mean, I'm fine. Yes, I'm okay. Great first impression, Penelope. Go me. Hand-holding. I know, in the first scene. Hand-holding. Oh, I didn't know this was a lewd game. You don't have to be nervous around me. Who's nervous? Not me. Definitely not me. Right. This is definitely not how I met my fiance. The first interaction I had with my fiance, he beat us in a quiz. He beat my team. Then we kind of got to know each other through friends. We don't really have like a cute meeting story, really. We have a cute like how he asked me out story, but not a cute meeting story. Right. I'm not convincing, am I? Not in the slightest. I want to go home. I'm Odysseus. Might I have the pleasure to hear your name? The man, or rather, Odysseus, as he said, or rather, Odysseus, as he said, held his hand out for a handshake. Huh? You may call me Penelope. She smiled, returning his gesture. They held hands again. Saying the first time you met, he beat you is wild. He beat me at a quiz! He's always very good at quizzes. He beats everyone at quizzes. He has a brain full of so much knowledge. Penelope! Such a pretty name. Yeah. Honestly, she's not very fond of her name, for various reasons. Anyway, I just came over since I couldn't help but notice the sight of you and your ducks. Odysseus. Oh, do I still have it? I think I don't. Because that Odysseus was from the old versions, but we can find it again. Give me a hot minute. 2 seconds. More than 2 seconds. All I've got to do is connect that up.
Odysseus!
There it is! I think it's a wee loud, though. Let's turn it down. It is, in fact! I have to get it again. Odysseus! So, where is that? 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Try to remember that. Anyway, I just... You and your ducks. Watching you talk to the ducks attracted my attention. Huh? Did he just call me attractive? Thank you for reminding me. No, he didn't. But we'll leave her to misunderstand. So I was wondering, what's with the ducks? At that, the ducks, who had all kept quiet, suddenly started quacking. That's quackers! Almost as if they wanted their presence to be known. Oh, they're my friends. These little guys always follow me around. It's been like that since I was a child. At that, one of the ducks seemed to leap into her arms. They're good kids. I see. Wait. Did I just say what I did? Oh, he must think I'm a freak! A duck weirdo! I love these expressions, they're so good. I'm so sorry that planet is in the way, but I'm so glad you can see Penelope's face over the planet, at least, because her expressions are wonderful. While Penelope was wallowing in self-induced despair, the man had picked up one of the ducks and cradled it in his arms. Duck otaku Penelope! I mean, there wasn't anime at the time. She could only otaku over ducks. Fascinating. They really are well behaved. At that comment, the duck in his arms held their head up as if showing off. Oh, he's a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. He began stroking the duck, which the bird seemed to enjoy. Having seen this sight, Penelope, who had been forgotten, perked up. Ah, he's not making fun of me.
Odysseus!
Seems like a nice man. That little one says he likes you. Huh, so you really can't understand what they're saying? Eh? Am Am I digging my own grave again? No, Odysseus is nice, I think. I mean, I literally had known him for a few minutes. But I feel like I could trust him. Yes, I've always understood their quacks. They're quacks. She finally replied. It's not weird, is it? Well, yes, it's very weird. What happened to my trust in you? Nope. Nope. Come on.
Odysseus!
We keep trying for the bit, but it's not always successful. You're very fascinating. I like you. Huh? That's what that sounds like. That is exactly what that noise translates to. Penelope Dolly. Oh my god! And the little... That's so cute. The little glitch on the thing. Oh. We better not have 47 streams, good lord. At that, the duck he was cradling suddenly started biting him. Ow, ow! The ducks below started attacking him with tackles and pecks. How dare you make our Penelope freak out? Fine, sorry, I won't bully Penelope anymore, right? Quack! At that quack, all of them stopped. I swear, I could feel you all glaring at me. He whimpered while stroking the angry duck he was holding. Sorry about that. Looks like they went wild after I blacked out. It's fine. I didn't think they'd be protective of you. Well, they're my best friends. My only friends, but he doesn't need to know that. I see. You must not have many friends yet. Then shut up! Shut up, Odie! That's mean. I mean, he's right, but that was still mean. Attack, ducks, attack! Cue another duck attack. What did I do this time? It's okay, Penelope. All my friends and I were against with flies. Oh, lordy. How did you keep track of them? Don't tell me I was right. You don't have any friends. Ow, 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 ow! Shut up, Odysseus. Know when to shut up, Odysseus. Shh. Yeah, he needs a filter. He's just too smart. He's like, hey, wait, I figured a thing out. Ow, ow, ow. Quack, 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 quack. Attack, quack. He had it coming for him. He had it coming. He had it coming. This is a very musical episode. And today's musical episode of A Brand New Roast Mystery. There's one called Miguel, another one called Horatio, and another called Jeff. There's always one called Jeff. Always. Was there a Bob as well? The ducks are giving Odie a harder time than the Cyclops. Guys, it's fine. You don't have to keep attacking him. Quack, quack. For your honor, Penelope. Thank you for the backup. With that, he set the duck down. You don't have to thank me for that. Well, as much as I'd like to continue chatting, I have some business to attend to. I may have gotten some duck bites, but this was fun. I'll drop by again tomorrow. See ya. What? Before she could get any word out, the man left her sight. He's fast. Tomorrow, huh? Quack, quack. Oh, it's the pompadour ducky. At that quack, she turned to the duck in her arm. Oh, it's nothing. Come, it's almost time for lunch. Quack, 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 quack. Business. Right, he probably went off to see Helen. The next day. I wonder if we'll get to see Helen in this or not. The lonely girl gracefully walked along the hall, with a trail of ducks quacking behind her. She almost seemed like a mother duck, followed by her little ducklings. People whispered in the background. Isn't that the child of Prince Icarus? I hear she's mad. Such beauty is wasted in her. On her. Why is she being followed by these birds? Is she a witch? But the girl simply continued walking. She had long learned to ignore gossip. She had her ducks, after all. Who needs people when you have ducks? Penelope had always told herself that they're all the friends she needed. Or perhaps she was simply too distracted to bother with any of that today. I wonder if I'll ever see...
Odysseus!
He said he'll drop by again. Ah, yes, the gossip definitely flew by her. Oh, but would he really? I feel like this is louder. Should I be seeing him like this? Won't this hurt his chances with Helen? Penelope! Great timing! Speak of the devil. Am I dragging him down? But Penelope didn't seem to have noticed the one occupying her head. Penelope! He might end up being called Duck Boy. Oh no, we can't have that. She's so sweet. She's more worried about him than her. Oh. Grease to Penelope. Maybe I should stop seeing him for his own good. Penelope, quick, help me hide! Ah! Whoa, it's just me. What? Okay, no more questions. Just hide me. Why do we need to hide him? Brady the musical featuring ducks. Quack, 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 quack. Make him quack up the situation fast. I love it. He can quack it up after I hide him. He seems to be in a rush. Let's hide him. As requested, Penelope pulled Odysseus into a bush outside. Guys, surround the bush. She told the ducks, who immediately crowded Odysseus' hiding spot. What's going on? Why are we doing this? I don't know. We heard someone scream. Just then, two figures sprinted right over to Penelope's direction. Oh, that was me. I almost tripped. I hope you're fine. The taller man asked with concern. He had chestnut brown hair and amethyst-coloured eyes. His body screamed well built. The other one had short black hair and brown eyes. He had the same stature as Odysseus, or at least seemed to. Both of them were wearing simple white tunics. Yes, I am. Thank you for asking. Good. Beautiful. If this scene isn't including Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, I'm looking forward to that. It looks pretty good. The cycle book's terrifying. The black-haired one nodded, then looked around. It didn't really take long for the man to lock onto a peculiar duck bush. They were menacing. They even have the JoJo thingies! The man let out a nervous laughter before turning his attention back to the girl. Yeah, no, those ducks are bad news. Anyway, have you seen someone pass by here? Our companion, brown hair, about this length. He went on to gesture his shoulder similar to Odysseus' hair. Red eyes. Yes, scary red eyes, impossible to miss. He added, in deadpan. Have you seen him? Her eyes unconsciously trailed over in the bush's direction. I'm not gonna quack on him! Quack-a-lie! Quack-a-lie! He passed by. He ran this way. She pointed further along the hallway. Yes, he bumped into me earlier. That's why I screamed. He was the one who made me scream. That part wasn't a lie. The two looked at each other, then, almost as though they were doubtful. Run along now, you might lose him. Her smile made them step back for a moment. Both nodded before following in the direction she pointed. Hello, the Brony Gamer. Welcome. That's so close to my name, but I know it's not my name. Welcome, welcome. Oh, that was nerve-wracking. Sorry I made you deal with those two. Oh, it's fine. They were nice. They were worried about me. Those jerks. I'm not scary, am I? No. How am I doing? I'm doing good. How are you doing? The Brony Gamer meet the Bryony Gamer. Indeed. So yeah, they're jerks. Stupid Ajax and stupid Antilius. He nodded to himself sagely. Thank you for cooperating with me back there. I could tell you struggled with lying. You didn't need to point that out. Why were you running away from them anyway? Because they wanted to drag me off the drink in broad daylight. I'm fine if it was that, only that, but we all know they just wanted to complain about their love life. They got dumped by Helen like a sad sack of olives, you see. Sounds like you three are good friends. She chuckled. Did you even listen to me talk? These faces are so good. 10 out of 10 for the artist. What part of what I said made it sound like we're friends? Oh, am I being presumptuous? You sounded fond of them, so I thought... It's not like I have friends, so I really wouldn't know. Sorry, I guess I was mistaken. Right, you don't have other friends, huh? Stop bringing this up, Odysseus! You're such a bully! You didn't have to point that out, Ducks. Ducks, attack him now! Do it again! Yes! Get him! Get him! Ow, ow, okay, I'm sorry. I was just ruffling her feathers. That's even meaner. Well, you better get used to it. That's how friends are. Sometimes. So you're not exactly wrong about those guys, I guess. Wait. Penelope.exe is loading. Are you implying we're friends? Yeah. Aren't we already? I mean, sure, I guess you're a different kind of friend compared to the blockheads who normally surround me. But you're the huh? You're friends with ducks. Odysseus spoke in a very monotone voice. Well, yeah. So what's wrong with being friends with me? Well, she's not really sure why she kept searching for an excuse. Her social skills were simply non-existent. I mean, you only came here for Helen anyway. As a result, she ended up quacking the first thing that came from the top of her head. The music's gone. Oh! Ba-da-ba-da! Thank you for subscribing, Brony Gamer. Appreciate it. Oh no, did I over? It's over. Never in her life did she want to disappear so badly. Unfortunately, her legs seemed to have frozen up, so she couldn't even run away. You were worrying about that? Don't laugh. I only came here because I was curious about this most beautiful woman in the world. I am the brainy gamer. The gamer that is brainy. But I knew that I stood no chance anyway. I just joined the bandwagon as an excuse for a vacation. I'm not interested in Helen. I didn't even bring a gift. Should have seen the look on your uncle's face when he learned that I came empty-handed. Not only that he accepted any of the other gifts, not that he accepted any of the other gifts. Really, I'm just a curious onlooker here. Uh-oh. Somehow his words had lifted the burden on her chest. My game is Limbus Company. At least that's the... Well, I say that the most consistent game on this channel was Library of Ruiner, but we finished that. Now, the second most consistent game is Limbus Company. Penelope had never felt this relieved. Wait, why am I relieved? So, are you satisfied now? Well... She wanted to say, it's not like something like this would satisfy me or anything. But she had no guts to pull off a sundry act. Baka! Won't you be troubled if you're associated with me? She didn't have the best reputation after all. And that was putting it lightly. You're worried about that? Let people say what they want, think what they want. If they have any complaints, direct them to the King of Ithaca and see if they'll still talk. Who? Odysseus pointed to himself. Me! I'm the King of Ithaca. Don't tell me you didn't know who you were talking to. She has no idea! Oh lordy, now she's gonna explode because she was speaking to royalty! Oh, right. Helen's suitors are kings and princes. Of course Odysseus would be one as well. Helen herself was a daughter of the Spartan king, Tyndareus. Oh, well, stepdaughter. It's a long story. And that's why there's a lore page in this. In the extras, there's a whole lore page where she explains some of the history in this. It's so cool. Even I knew that you're the daughter of Prince Icarus. Icarus, not Icarus. What are you playing this on PC? At least. Then... She finally continued, biting her lips. If you're fine with being hounded by ducks... Are you kidding? I'm more than okay with these guys. He reached out to one of them and stroked the bird's head. Seeing the gesture, the other ducks began surrounding him, seemingly hoping for a pet as well. I love these guys. Besides, if it weren't for them, I probably wouldn't be talking like this. It's got noisy, huh? Quack, 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 quack. The young man said quietly. Penelope could only nod, and Odysseus smiled. Ah. And that was how we became friends. As for how we become lovers. I'd have a boy. Ever since then, while the other suitors continued to try woo Helen, Odysseus would spend time with Penelope instead. The two would just talk, tell each other stories, but mostly play with ducks. Have you heard the one about Atlanta? And the golden apple? Yes. Of course I have. She was raised by bears, wasn't she? And get separated for 20 years. 20 years. Indeed. Correct. At least like 10 of that being just Odysseus trying to find his way home. Abandoned by her father at birth, raised by bears, and joined a group of hunters. Abandoned by her father, how sad. She was most known for being part of the Sidonian boar hunt, as well as a member of the Argonauts. Argonauts? Didn't you mention that your father was part of that too? You remembered. He was also part of the boar hunt. So you know, he told me this story about that one time Atlanta. Odysseus was especially good at telling stories, and he had lots to tell. Cydonia is a plane on Mars. Probably that's where the Sidonians live, I guess. People would always listen to him with Penelope would always listen to him with keen interest. Whenever they spent their time together, it was almost as if they were there. The number of suitors have significantly dwindled. And so he and Ajax... Does that mean once Helena's chosen a husband, Odysseus will have to go home? Ditched us, and we found them... No, wait. I have to go home. Can you believe they did that? It's not like I can bring him home with me. Hold on, why would I think about bringing him home? I only know this because of the Muse song Knights of Sidonia. So don't confuse me being smart. It's just a random fact you have. I love people with like random factoids that people have in brains. Odysseus' voice was drowned in a sea of her thoughts. Hey, are you listening? Eep! Where did you get that close? Oh, so you really weren't listening. She's so mean. Guy, she's so mean, right? He turned to the ducks, asking for their validation. Quack, quack. See, even Duckamedes get grace. Duckamedes! Duckamedes! Actually, that little one said, don't ask me. When did he give them names? Recently, Odysseus had been trying to converse with her ducks. Emphasis on trying. He'd get them wrong 99% of the time. But Penelope never corrected him, so he probably thought he was getting it right. So tell me, what's bothering you? Huh? Did the duckies mess your bed this morning? Quack, 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 quack. We never do such a thing! Shut up, Odysseus! You're meaty! The birds flapped their wings in protest. Hey, it's just a joke. The ducks seemed offended, but they let his insolence be this time. This time. They are benevolent creatures, after all. Should I tell him? We've kind of been playing it very straight-laced. What if I don't tell him? What if I stay wrapped up in my shell forever, with only me and my ducks? Normal-sized Phantom, you are very smart, in the ways of media and movies, in a way many, many people will never be. Sorry, I just gotta finish my tea. Okay. But what if we automate the shit out of this? We're going for the good ending. Let's go. It's about Helen. Oh, go on. Do you think she's any closer to picking a suitor? Yeah, my bet is Menelaus. Oh? And Odysseus will be going soon. You don't have to worry about your cousin or uncle actually making a choice anytime soon, though. Penelope blinked. Huh? Why? Let's put it this way. What will happen to the other suitors who had put much effort and resource in courting her and her father? Huh? Give the winner a pat on the back? That's so Greek. I guess backstab is traditionally, or at least typically, more of a Roman thing than a Greek thing, but you know. Give the winner a pat on the back? I want Penelope to be innocent. Won't they just accept her decision and move on? Funny it was that simple. Listen, these are men who are willing to kill each other for the woman they covet. Lie, cheat, steal, kill, hole, kill, manipulate. A backstab is kind of a pat on the back. It is a very sharp pat on the back. Everything is fair game. I mean, your cousin has already been abducted once, no? The only reason no one-handed tricks have gone on yet is because they don't want to make an enemy of your uncle. But the same is true for your uncle. He'd rather not make enemies with anyone. Nor would he want anyone to make enemies of each other. Oh, I see. It's more complicated than I thought. Which means this will keep going until Uncle figures out a way to make everyone happy? You got it. Smart girl. No, you just explained it well. But then, is there any chance Helen would pick you? Me? No way. I pretty much don't even exist as far as she's concerned. And we all know how Odysseus will handle suitors trying to court his wife. Yes, we do. Murder Odysseus. Because he is... Wait, we have more of the epic musical. We don't have to go for this. We can do a different one. I'm just gonna... 1 second. There's also this. Odysseus. Didn't I tell you? I came here not expecting anything. But you're... all of the above. Exit the conversation. You're fun. You're handsome. Of all the above, I think Penelope definitely sees him as handsome, but genuinely enjoys being with him and thinks he's fun. But he is also all of the above. To Penelope. To Penelope. So, let's be honest. Let's be honest with him. All of the above. You're fun to be around, you're handsome, and you're also charming, and I'm sure many others would want to get close to you. I didn't know you thought that well of me. Though I'd say the opposite is true for others. Most would rather not associate with the King of Ithaca. Why? Odysseus, why? Oh, I can't get to the lore yet. Huh? Why? What's your secret history, Odie? Well, anyway. He laughed nervously. I didn't expect to hear you flirt with me like this. That's what internal screaming sounds like. I wasn't. Quack. Even your ducks agree. One time you had to get them right. Oh, look, it's getting dark! She spoke in quick succession. We have to get going, see you! Bye!
Hey, wait!
Voiced. It's voiced! It's important! He followed her and grabbed Penelope as soon as he caught up.
Let me walk you back to your place.
It's okay, I can go on my own. Besides, don't you have any other business to attend to?
None at all. That's why I'm offering to walk you back.
Aren't you a king? Don't you have work to do?
I'm on vacation.
I already have enough nagging back home. As you should. Oh, I thought we were friends. Didn't you say friends can be mean to each other sometimes? Oh, you're learning from me, huh? You're supposed to be the nice friend. I can play mean if I want. Then I guess I'll play nice next time. Hmm? You've always been nice, even when you're being mean. Huh. Oh, really? And then silence. The area where they stood was rather secluded, and since it was getting late, there wasn't really anyone around. Even the ducks in the background remained as quiet as they watched. If their feathery companions could talk, they would have screamed, "Just kiss already!" The awkward silence between them was almost unbearable, if not for the occasional soft whispers of the wind or the frequent chirps of insects. "Penelope?" Just then, a deep voice broke through the silence. Both their attention immediately snapped towards the new arrival. "Father?" Penelope froze. The man was of towering height, and about a head and a half taller than Odysseus. He had the same hair colour as Penelope, with hair tied to the back and length that rested a little past his shoulders. The wrinkles on his face reflected his age. "1 second, I gotta do a thing." Bonk. Had to do a thing, now the thing is done. Coupled with the bushy facial hair that covered them. His eyes were sharp and unwelcoming, dark and deep blue like the ocean. "Oh, Icarus, Before Odysseus could finish his words, the man had marched by Penelope's side and pushed Odysseus away and pulled the girl behind him. The girl quivered at his presence. To untrained eyes, it may seem that the ducks were just being noisy ducks, but both Penelope and Odysseus could tell that the birds had become agitated. They never really liked father. "What were you planning to do with my daughter?" "Hold on. Aren't you the king of Ithaca, Odysseus?" "Looks like my reputation precedes me." "Penelope, we're going." "Huh? But..." "And you," he pointed at Odysseus, "don't come near my daughter again." Prince Icarus immediately pulled his daughter with him without letting her make a single peep. Yikes, I'm hated, huh? Below, a duck was pecking on his foot. "What's up, little guy? Follow you?" The duck waddled. "Alright, let's see what's up." Waddle, 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 waddle. Penelope hung her head low throughout their trip back to her room. The father and daughter didn't talk at all until they reached the place. "Penelope, stay away from that man, you hear?" Finally, she lifted up her head. "But why? Odysseus is..." Even though the girl had always obeyed her father, she found herself answering back. Honestly, it took all just to speak a word in front of him. "The ducks are great wing ducks! They are great. They have 2 wings. Of course they have to be good wingmen. Just listen to me, alright? You know that I want nothing more but your safety." She flinched. He continued speaking without regard to the girl's words. "Anyway, it's getting late. I'll send you dinner in a bit. Then you'd better tuck in for the night." "I will protest, father, but he's nice to me and he likes my ducks, and my ducks like him, and therefore I love him." Penelope steeled herself. Odysseus was her first friend. She couldn't stand how her father acted towards him. Father, you were rude to Odysseus. We should apologize him tomorrow. Penelope! He raised his voice, which made the girl freeze. Just be a good girl and listen to your father. Do as I say. I'll get you whatever you want once we get home, so just behave yourself. Ducks are historically a good judge of character. Exactly! That's why Penelope's been fine on her own for so long, because the ducks judge character. And that's why they don't like her dad. The man spoke sweetly, but the girl didn't feel comfort from his words. In fact, she felt fear. Good night, dear. And with that, he shut the door. She may not have noticed it herself, but Penelope had held her breath until the man's footsteps had completely disappeared. I wonder how Odysseus is doing. How am I going to face him after that? Quack, quack! Penelope chuckled at the duck's response. Thanks. I guess you'll brush it off like usual, huh? I do wonder why father was especially hostile towards him. Penelope sat by her bedside and sighed. Earlier, she was just worrying about not seeing Odysseus again, because they both have to go home eventually. But she didn't expect her father to find them the way he did, and be opposed to seeing each other completely. He did always try to fend off men from coming near me. Somehow things have gone from not that bad, to actually bad. Even though she had other sisters, her father was especially protective of her. In the eyes of many, Penelope would be considered as Prince Icarus' favourite daughter. Quack, quack! Just then she heard a tapping sound coming from the window. Oh? Why are you outside? One of the ducks was knocking at her window. Penelope got up to let the bird in. Down here! Below was Odysseus, waving at her. Odysseus! She gasped in a hushed voice. The man looked around, making sure that no one was nearby, then started scaling the wall up to her room. Ah, that romantic trope. Odysseus, what are you... Shh, just keep quiet. He winked as he climbed up one of the building's pillars. Whew. Actually, that was easy. The man wiped away an imaginary sweat off his forehead. What are you doing here? You'll get in trouble if they catch you. He just shrugged. I always get in trouble. More importantly, I couldn't have just left you like that. You look like you were about to cry. I did? Yes. Odysseus nodded, holding out his hands to cup her cheeks. Even right now, you look like you're about to cry. You look as red as an apple. Just pick one. Do you want to be sweet or do you want to tease? Well, I hope you feel better now. Thank you for coming over. It's nothing. If anything, I feel like I'm the one intruding here. And I apologize about my father. He can be oversensitive sometimes. Well, he was overbearing. But don't sweat it. Besides, it's not like I haven't heard about him. It's widely known that Prince Icarus dotes on his favourite daughter. Merely passing by to offer greetings, still occupied with your narrative. Have a good time with your narrative, Doppel. Thank you for dropping by. I just didn't know it was you out of your sisters. He said, playfully booping her nose with his finger. Boop! Penelope pushed his hand away. Favourite, right. Well, I've got to go before I end up getting busted and kicked out of here. Odysseus gave the girl a single gentle pat on the head. If I don't see you at the garden tomorrow, you better get this window ready again. At that comment, the girl perked up. Alright. There. There we go. The sunshine smile I wanted to see. Take care of her, guys. He added, addressing the words to the ducks. Quack, 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 quack. We got this, boss. With that, he climbed down from her window. Penelope watched from her room as he waved one last time before scurrying off. Tomorrow I have to figure out how to slip out. This is very cute. Very, very cute. But I also realized I forgot some water, so I need to go get some water to hydrate, BRB! What? Quack, 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 quack. I've returned. I have hydration. Let's go. Only 3 ducks accompanied her today. 1 cradled in her arms, 2 trailing from behind. We're almost to the garden. The duck was about to quack when Penelope gestured the bird to keep it down. Her ducks were usually the noisy lot, so Penelope was never particularly difficult to find. When there were quacks, the duck girl would be there. Oh hey, we meet again! A familiar male voice called out from behind. Oh, it's these guys! It's Ajax and what's-his-face! Penelope turned around to see the tall man and his friend. Hello there, General Kenobi. Penelope just smiled. If she wasn't mistaken, they were Odysseus's friends. Wait, does that make them her friends too? What was the saying? A friend of a friend is a friend of mine too? Just let her dream. We haven't introduced ourselves, have we? Name's Ajax. This one's... He pointed to the black-haired man. Antilochus. I'm Penelope. His expression twisted into a grin. Hey, by any chance, do you know an Odysseus? Oh yes, I'm actually on my way to meet him. Antilochus' expression remained the same poker face, though his brows had noticeably furrowed. Then you must be the rumored duck girl who's received his attention. His attention? I thought it was a joke, but she really is followed by ducks. He mulled as he eyed her 3 ducky companions. So it's true. Man, I can't believe that guy. He really went up and switched targets, huh? I mean, he never did seem interested when we came here. I could never understand what's going on in that guy's head. Penelope simply watched as the 2 talked about Odysseus behind his back. This might be a good chance to ask others about Odysseus. Yes, we need to know! Excuse me. Immediately, they stopped talking and turned to the girl. Would you mind telling me about Odysseus? More about him. I mean, like, what is he like as a king? The 2 looked at each other, then back to her. Guess that explains why Penelope even bothers with him. She doesn't know, huh? Poor girl. Probably fell into his trap. He's a bigger scum than I thought. Why are you suddenly being so ominous? The 2 looked at her with pity. Could you 2 elaborate? Oh, right. You know why the title King of Ithaca sends shivers down people's spines? It does? Odysseus doesn't seem the type to send shivers. It's not because Ithaca is big and strong region. In fact, Ithaca is just a small island over the sea from here, so they don't have many trade routes. It's far, the island is small, there isn't much worth conducting business over there. Sounds like they have it hard there. Oh yeah, they do. Ithaca isn't notorious for its strength or riches. Ithaca became notorious for its trickster king. Penelope blinked. Trickster king? Ajax nodded. Back then, many were against Odysseus taking over the throne since he was young, but one day, the opposition disappeared. It didn't help that Ithaca was a far-off island, so news about the happenings there took a while to travel over the other islands. By the time the news spread, the stories had already been twisted, so no one could tell what really went on. Those who displeased Odysseus were said to just disappear. Nobody knows what he pulled, but he also managed to convince big merchants to conduct business with Ithaca. We tried asking him, but he often dodges the question. The guy is careful, even when he's drunk. I swear everything he does is calculated. The Odysseus I know doesn't sound like that at all. He's honest, kind, and fun. He can be mean sometimes, but he means well. Pfft. Who, him? Honest? He sounded like he was holding back his laughter. He's one of the biggest liars we know. Antilochus answered bluntly. He's also cranky and sarcastic. The only one I can probably agree with is that he's fun. He makes the most entertaining stories. He added in agreement. Looks like you're all having fun without me. Nah! Don't scare me like that, man. Didn't you say some weeks back that my eyes were scary? So fear me. Holy... Do you have ears everywhere? He muttered. I just happened to hear it. Yes, and I was there. He really did just happen to hear it. His two other friends just stared at each other uncomfortably. He's got eyes and ears everywhere. And ducks. It's not like they knew that he really did just coincidentally hear it, but they seemed convinced that he might have had other means. Anyway, nice to meet you, Penelope. He held out his hand, and in turn, Penelope returned his handshake. It was nice knowing you too. Antilochus was next. Penelope also shook his hand as soon as she finished with Ajax. Let's drink together tonight, Odysseus. He waved before leaving with Antilochus. Odysseus sighed. And cause they didn't trouble you, did they? Not at all. Like I said before, they were nice. I'm glad you're making more friends. Well, they figured they're your friends, then they're mine too. How could you be so cute? She is cute! Well... Wait, what? It's mine is yours, is it? I guess I don't mind if it's you. You can take anything of mine. Why is he suddenly so relentless? Let's just go. Okay, come here. He held out his hand to her. More hand holding. More hand holding. This wasn't in the 18 plus section. I didn't know there'd be so much hand holding in this. Are we gonna consent to this? As long as it's consensual hand holding, I suppose it's okay. But, like, don't look, guys. Don't look. It's just too lewd. Penelope pursed her lips and took Odysseus's offer. His hands were large and warm. She could tell that he practiced weapons. Her father's hands had the same roughness to them. I'd like to see how he wields them. Does he use swords, or perhaps practices archery? She thought to herself. "All right, let's go," he exclaimed with a bright and cheerful voice. She couldn't help but smile. The girl stared at their linked hands. Actually, I'd like to see him when he's working, or how he's like with other friends. I'd like to see other sides of him. I might have fallen for him. Realize your love, Penelope. I'm in love with him, aren't I? Yes, you are. I've been meaning to ask, where are your other duckies? Usually have about 10 of them trailing you, he said, watching the three waddle into their own corner, as though giving the two some space. Huh? I left them back in my room. Are you feeling well? You're looking really red today. Yes, I'm fine. Everything's fine. He took her hand to pull her closer. The young man then placed a hand over her forehead. Too close, too close, too close, too close, too close, too close, too close. You're looking redder by the minute. Maybe we should call it a day for now. Have you rest? It's maybe he's right. My thoughts are all jumbled right now. But I do want to spend more time with him. Huh. Nah. Have we been carried? Princess carried. Woo! Odysseus carried the girl in his arms. Quack, quack! The three ducks, who were off on their own, must have heard the girl squeal and waddled back to the two. Don't worry, good guys. I'm just taking her back to your place. Quack! Glad you agree. Actually, they told you to put me down. It's fine. He's just worried. She addressed the ducks. Quack, quack! Well then, let's get you back. Oh, no one sees us like this. There we go. Careful now. Quack, 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 quack. As soon as she set a foot in her rooms, the ducks surrounded her like children greeting their mother. Yes, I'm back. I hope you all behave yourselves. She bent down and stroked each one of the ducks that approached her. Penelope then turned her attention back to Odysseus. Thank you for helping me up. Better than you getting into an accident climbing up here. I'll just drop by again tomorrow to pick you up. Oh, actually, maybe not tomorrow. I, would like to take a day off. Yes, that's it. Alright, I guess you don't exactly look well right now. She needs to get her thoughts in order. She nodded a little too enthusiastically. He proceeded to ruffle her head. Get a well-deserved rest. Next time, I'd like to hear about you too. Me? I want to know more about you too, you know? Oh well, there's nothing interesting about me. Really? A girl who can understand duck language is not interesting? There's not much I can tell you about that. Gee. Fine. I promise I'll think of something. Great. Looking forward to that. I guess, I'll see you the day after tomorrow. Bye. Each bird said their goodbyes too. Odysseus gave one of the ducks a head pat before climbing back down. Penelope maintained a smile until he's really gone, and then she just collapsed on her bed. Oh, children, what do I do? Quack! Date him! Quack! Date him! I think I'm in love with Odysseus. Quack, quack! At one of the ducks' replies, she quickly sat up from the bed. What, you knew? You knew that it was really amazingly obvious that I was in love with him? The bird replied, as matter-of-factly, "It's obvious! But that can't be. I only fell in love for today." The other one replied, unamused, "What do you mean I fell in love at first sight? No!" Quack. "Hearts in my eyes? That's why you all urged me to talk to him." Have you been playing matchmaker all along? They played as her literal wingmen. They did. Quack, quack. Can't believe the ducks figured it out before I did. She plopped backward and buried her face on the bed. You did make that joke, but it's low-hanging fruit, and they had to... I almost would be disappointed in this game if they hadn't made that joke at some point. And then screamed to her heart's content. After a short moment of wallowing in self-induced despair, the girl started up an important meeting with her ducks. "So, I'm in love. What now?" There's no way Odysseus would like me back. Really? Have you not seen the way he acts with you? Quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. Tell me what? Ouch! Suddenly one of her ducks slapped her with its wings. Pomodoro duck is taking... Pomodoro is is tomato sauce. Is Italian sauce. Not Pompadouro. Pomodoro. Pomodoro duck. Tomato duck. Quack, 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 quack. I wish I had a swarm of helpful animals to lead me to my soulmate. Knowing me instead of ducks, it would be slugs. Did you not have flies before? Did the flies not help you find your soulmate? Yes, you're right. Once Helen chooses a suitor, it might be unlikely for us to see each other again. And I could regret this forever. But what do I do? One of my villagers in Animal Crossing is a baby duck. Wonderful! Quack, quack. Excuse me? Find his weakness? Quack. Know your enemy is the first rule in love and war? Quack. No pain, no gain? Reasonable. Sounds foul. You know what? The ducks have known what they've been talking about this whole last time. You know what? Reasonable. Reasonable. Love and war. Here he is. She whispered while hiding behind a pillar. He was accompanied by Ajax and Antichilus. Quack! You did well finding him. It sure is convenient being able to access the skies. This time, she only had one duck accompanying her. Operation Odysseus Survey commence. Quack, quack. Have you received reports from the other? Quack, quack. Oh, good. Make sure to report if anyone else is nearby. Quack, quack. We suddenly have a duck operation going. Duck special ops. The bird did a salute somehow. Penelope nodded before finally turning her attention back to Odysseus and friends. I didn't really think this through. What exactly are we looking for here? Meanwhile, I'm still surprised you agreed to hang out with us today. We never see you lately. I'd rather not see your ugly mugs. Man, you're always so mean. Ajax put on an annoyingly sly smile on his face. Oh, I get it. You got dumped by Penelope, didn't you? She barely managed to keep herself from making a sound. Looks like you got it right. Antilochus clapped unenthusiastically. Ah, welcome to the club. He wrapped an arm around Odysseus' neck. Tonight we drink. Your treat, of course. Odysseus pulled away from Ajax whilst wearing a very annoyed expression, which, by the way, was the first time for Penelope to see from him. He's usually smiling around me, so I've never seen him this upset. I didn't get dumped, you little shit, he hissed. Mind your own business. Instead of prying into my affairs, shouldn't you worry about the one you're actually courting? Is it just me, or does he sound different? Ajax just chuckled once again, making an annoyed expression. One that screams, sure you didn't get dumped, sarcasm. I love that this writer feels the need to put sarcasm in when it's sarcasm because of course, some people don't pick up on it, I guess. It's fair. If I'd make you shut your trap. She wasn't feeling well yesterday, she's resting today. But she looked fine yesterday. Antilochus broke his silence, only to land a critical hit. Yikes, she was obviously avoiding you then. Big oof, man. Still up for that drink? His tone was definitely not consoling. He was rubbing it in Odysseus' face. And Penelope wasn't picking any of their wasn't picking up any of their not so subtle jabs at him. They weren't wrong though. She wanted to avoid him because she needed to collect her thoughts. Look. He scratched the back of his head. There's nothing going on between us. We're just friends. So he only thinks of me as a friend. Of course, what else did I expect? Ajax and Antilochus blinked. That's an unusual friendship, especially coming from you. In retrospect, I also do wonder why I'm even friends with you two. I wonder that too. You're a terrible person. Antilochus raised a hand. I also wonder about that. You too are terrible people. I guess we're all set with each other then. A bunch of terrible guys. Let's drink our sorrows away. You really don't plan on dropping that, do you? Not the miscommunication arc. The miscommunication arc! We had a whole canto about this. You can't just overhear something and assume it's correct, or you might end up deleting yourself from the multiverse. Hey, any day is a good day to drink. Especially when we're celebrating the pain of someone else. Terrible human indeed. Less than human, more like trash. You guys are mean. You guys are mean. That's what friends are for. Are you like that to poor Penelope too, then? He is also mean to me sometimes, but he's nice most of the time. She said I'm nice even when I'm being mean to her. He said, as matter-of-factly. The two stare at him in disgust. What? He snarled, obviously annoyed by their sudden silence. I was just trying to imagine you being nice. But you're scary when you're acting nice. You shitheads, I'm not acting. At least not in front of her. I'm nice to her, because she makes me want to be nice. I'm being shitty to you two, to the two of you. It's because you two are shitheads. So he's only being nice to me? You disgusting two-faced trickster. The music is a vibe, innit? Empty-headed brute. Biggest scum of Greece. Good for nothing drunkard. I've been forgotten. Somehow watching like that could only make Penelope smile. The Odysseus in front of her right now was different from the one she knew. She disliked him now? Oh my gosh. This has got some potential for just nosing down some other paths for fun. I've got at least 2 slots we can stream this. Because if we go down like the one they're meant to be path, I feel like we're going to get an ending very fast. Because it's only been an hour and a half. and we'll see what happens. But like this, like, nope, ending. Be interesting to see what we can get. But she didn't dislike it. In fact, it was endearing. So he could be cranky like that. Cute. Quack, quack. Oh, we have to move. Hey, we have a stray over here. The forgotten Antilochus seemed to have slipped away at some point and grabbed her by the wrist from behind. Of course she'd been busted. Everyone had seen this coming, right? Penelope? Hi! Quack! This little one says hi too. Ah, she's interpreted in the dark. That's precious. He definitely was thinking that she was just making a guess. Penelope had forgotten that only Odysseus had known about her ability to communicate with ducks. And that no one ever believes her when she says she can understand them. She retreated behind her veil, embarrassed. What's with this face, Odie? He marched over to Antilochus and pulled off his hand from Penelope's. Sorry. Don't tease her, he said bluntly. Ajax and Antilochus suddenly pursed their lips. Sorry about those two. They don't have tact. Hey! Do you have anything to say? No, nothing. He said, quietly pursing his lips again. It's okay. I'm okay. I'm fine. Good. He placed his hand over her shoulder and gently pushed her with them. We're going now. Looks like she was feeling well after all. Huh? But... Quack, quack. The duck also chimed in, confused. Already, but I like to have a chat with the little lady. You know, have a drink, get to know each other. I always thought you're rather pretty. He winked at Penelope. Neh? She let out a tiny squeak, flustered. Nope, she's not used to this attention. Odysseus frowned. No, get away. This is my wife. No, no, no. No. It's beautiful. Odysseus stood before the girl protectively. Antilochus is fine, but Ajax is just going to make her feel uncomfortable. Thanks for the vouch. Antilochus raised a thumb. Why just me? Figure it out yourself. He sneered. Let's just go. Odysseus whispered close to her ear. The girl felt his warm breath past her cheek. Her face flushed, which she tried to hide. It's okay, Brony Gamer. Thank you for coming. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll be back tomorrow around the same time if you would like to come back. So she just ended up nodding. Having seen her confirm, Odysseus took her hand and pulled her along. He waited for consent. Now that's good. He's a good boy. And the two, plus the duck, left. What just happened? Antilochus shrugged. We got ditched. I think the ship will sail. I'm betting on it sinking. You really are a terrible friend. Either way, I do wish them luck. Ah. Ajax, you are toxic and corrosive to human contact. That's why they named Trade Cleaner after you. Perfect. Correct. Penelope had covered her face throughout the walk to the garden. Her head was swimming with thoughts. Was he angry about her lying about not feeling well? Was he upset that she was listening in on them? Will this be the end of their friendship? Obviously not, but she couldn't help but be consumed by her anxiety. Breathe. Suddenly they stopped, and that was all Odysseus said. Breathe, he repeated. The second one made Penelope snap out of her trance, and had her take a deep breath. That's it. In and out. Just relax. Following his voice, the girl managed to calm down after a couple of more sessions. There we go. You looked so pale for a moment there, you know. She could only hang her head low. I'm sorry for training you. Huh? I wasn't planning to drop that topic and pretend it never happened. Huh? I was planning to drop that topic and pretend it never happened. The girl shook her head. No, that was wrong of me, wasn't it? Well, it doesn't bother me much. Oh, I guess it does. You saw it, didn't you? Ah, shit, that was embarrassing. Huh? I was in a terrible mood. People say I get cranky when I do. You were. Shit, you really did see. Well, I thought you were cute. Eh. Cranky can be cute. Sleepy is very cute. Sleepy Cranky is very cute. Is a 10 out of 10 personality. What? I found you cute. I saw a new side of you, and I found it endearing. Well, that shut him up. I wonder if I should... Should we see if we can, like, get an ending today? Like, best smooch ending? Smooch, 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 smooch. Confess! I love you. Odysseus immediately looked up. Huh? I said I love you. I think I've fallen in love with you. I know you just think of me as a friend, but I want you to know how I feel. Because I know I'd regret it if I... Yay! Suddenly, he threw his arms around her. How are you able to always make me this happy? I thought I had no chance. What? I couldn't make a read of you. You seem so happy to have friends, so I thought you'd be fine to stay that way. I don't want to ruin it for you. Odysseus. It's funny, I thought the same. I thought I had no chance with you and that you only saw me as a friend. Odysseus then finally let her go. Well, birds of a feather, I suppose. So, what now? I talked to your father and arranged our engagement, I guess. Oh dear, right. There's no way he'd approve of this. Especially when I've been disobeying him. He did ask her to stop meeting with Odysseus, which was exactly what she's doing now. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Penelope looked up. You would? I've got this. You have nothing to worry about. So don't cry. You cry easily, huh? This is not my fault. Normal-sized phantom, don't you say a fucking word. My mother was a water nymph, so I can't help it. That's gonna be my excuse now if I start crying on the stream. My mother's a water nymph, shut up. Oh, is that how it works? I think. Is that why you can talk to ducks too? Cue the duck chiming in from the background. They said Penelope is Penelope, so she could talk to ducks. I'm hardly the only child of a water nymph, so... then I guess we'll leave it at that. Either way, I'm glad to learn something new about you. Alright, I did promise to talk about myself. Something we have to agree on, though. I'd like to bring you home to Ithaca. Huh? You don't want to stay here? In this time, it was more common for the man to move in with the woman rather than the other way around. And in turn, the man will inherit the throne from his wife's father. Odysseus was practically relinquishing his right to the Spartan throne. Well, I'd like to make you Queen of Ithaca instead. I only have a sister, and my father has already retired, so I'd like to continue being the king. I hope you understand. I know I might be asking a lot, since it would mean that you'll be away from your family and Wait, you don't have the latter. Shut up, Odysseus! He's so mean! It's fine. Penelope pouted, but she answered almost immediately, ignoring the extra comment. I'm actually not close to my father or siblings. Besides, I'll have you. Well, if you say so. I wouldn't have thought, though. I mean, your father is quite attached to you. Well, this and that. I guess that's a story for another time, then. Either way, you have no idea how happy I am right now. Not happier than I am. Okay, fine, you win. You'll always be the winner in my book. Ah, that's so sweet. And thus Odysseus was granted Prince Achaeus' approval to marry Penelope. Together they lived happily ever after. The end. As if it were that easy. Absolutely not. The towering man roared. You're not even giving me a chance? You alone are enough trouble, but you wish to bring her to Ithaca as well? That is out of the question! As he had promised Penelope, Odysseus tried to negotiate with her father for her hand. But it obviously wasn't going well. Oh no! That's not fair, he huffed. Didn't you at least challenge her other suitors? I'm willing to take that bet as well. No means no. Give it up, Odysseus. I'm not giving you my daughter. But she wants this. We love each other. He spoke in all seriousness. Bah! He waved his hand dismissively. That poor child is naive. She knows nothing of the world. I'm only doing what's best for her. 'Cause Dad's an asshole. Sorry, Dad, I've gazed into the future and know that this is how it's going to go. And I'm gonna be the most faithful woman in all of Greece. Then why don't you tell her that? Tell her why we're a terrible match. Tell her all the lies I poured onto her. Make her reevaluate her decision if you can. I'm willing to wait, no matter how long. And if she doesn't change her mind after that, no means no. Just give her up. This ends our negotiation. Without letting Odysseus have another word in, the man turned around and left. Giving the father Brian Pleasant's voice. Fair. Indeed, Ducky. Indeed, Joe Ducky. I didn't expect much, but man. What a shitty old man. How is someone like that Penelope's father? He's pushing what he wants. I mean, sure, Ithaca is a backwater province. We have goats and sheep walking around our palace. But Penelope wouldn't mind, right? Right? You agree, don't you? The bird flapped its wings. I have no idea what you're saying. He laughed to himself. Now then, I don't want to disappoint her. I'm sure that shitty old man's not gonna say a word to her. That or tell her I'm dumping her or some shit like that. The duck patted him on the leg. We've got ducks wandering around the palace here. There'll be even more when Penelope moves in. I'm guessing you're consoling me? Thanks, buddy. Now then, I have a job for you. He bent down to the duck's level. Quack. It had been 2 days since Penelope had seen Odysseus. The girl hadn't left her room since then. If anything, she was hoping for any form of news from him, which is why she had left one of her ducks with him. I'm nervous. I wonder if he managed to convince father. Quack quack! You're right, I should trust in him. She said to herself, but knowing father, he will likely do that, won't he? It's not the first time I've had a suitor. It's not that I've actually met any of them. But I've heard a number of men have come for my hand in marriage before. My father refused them all. A weird duck girl she may be, Penelope was still a daughter of a king, so it was no wonder that there were still those who would flock to her by challenging them to a foot race. Quack quack! You believe Odysseus can win? He is fast! We have established that he is fast! Yes, I hope he can pull through. Just then, a duck came through her window. Quack quack! Really? He did it? Quack. That's what he told you to say? What does that mean? The duck shrugged. Quack quack. He said to just trust in him? But we have to trust him because we love him, so we're gonna trust him. Trust. Then I will. Why did you call me out here? King of Ithaca, if you're planning to use my niece, you better think twice. I tell you now, it would not bode well. You will only generate the ire of my brother. Oh, Tunderus, what kind of greeting is that? Cackle your tongue. You've suddenly gone quiet there. I really do despise talking with you. As do I. Though your concern is wholly unnecessary, because your brother does seem to hate me already. Oh, look at that schemy little face! But I must admit, I dislike him even more. There was one thing you got absurdly wrong, though. I'm not using Penelope. But whether you believe me or not is up to you. Pandarius lifted his brow, as if expecting doubt in Odysseus' words. I know what you're thinking, that I'm trying to get close to Penelope, to get to Helen, yes. Or perhaps that Penelope is the perfect consolation prize next to the unattainable Helen. Is that not what you were truly after? You not bringing any gift, not showing any interest, not making a move. They are all uncharacteristic for the cunning trickster of Ithaca. Believe what you will, but I'm not interested in Helen. She simply isn't my type. And I assure you, I have no interest in the Spartan throne either. You have the guts to talk about my daughter like that. The more reason for you to believe this supposed liar, yes? If I just wanted to get on your good side, I'd be flattering you to no end. You? Well, I wouldn't want you near Helen anyway. Feelings mutual. Your past few words would have been enough to launch 100 ships. She is enough to work for 100 ships. No, Brathian, no, not the posture check, please, no, not the posture check. Don't do the posture check. I hate the posture. Please don't do the posture check. I am shramped and curled and happy, and the posture check would make me unhappy, so please don't do it. I beg of you, no posture. Fuck you and your posture checks. No. How dare you? How dare you? I hate you. I hate you. Thank you for coming. I hate you. Anyway. Oi! Oi! Just because you can't posture check on YouTube doesn't mean you get to do that instead. But you wouldn't, right? See, of course I'm right. I'm always right. I must admit your hubris is unbelievable. Oh, why, thank you. That wasn't a compliment. I don't let YouTube posture check me. No, of course not. Why would I let them do that? That is a Twitch only privilege. That's a Twitch only torture. That wasn't a compliment. I'll take it as one anyway. The other king clicked his tongue. It wasn't difficult to notice that he was annoyed. Or rather, he wasn't trying to hide that he was annoyed. He wanted Odysseus to know that he was. My hubris will never get me in trouble, Odysseus. Yeah, he hasn't been hubris checked. No, I don't want the good posture. Let me be shrabbed. And a final chatter. I called you out here to make a deal. I'm not making any deals with a trickster like you. Even if it's beneficial for both of us. The fact that you bothered coming out here means that you are interested. Look, I can provide you the solution for your daughter's suitors and strengthen your position as king while you're at it. I assure you this is worth your while. So, fancy to listen to me first before you make any rash decisions? Yes, correct, Shrap. Tyndareus took a sharp breath. For a moment he stood in silence, as if considering the other's offer. It had been a while since the first suitors arrived, and the tension had been at its peak. Sooner or later, he wouldn't be able to stall them for any longer. Hey look, it's two men that have problems stalling suitors. At worst, blood might stain his halls. The trickster's offer might be his final hope. Very well. Listen. I will only listen. Good enough for me. I know of your plight. You're afraid to choose a suitor for Helen, yes? Because picking one could easily offend the others. The man let out a grunt. It was an unconscious confirmation. Odysseus simply continued, ignoring the reaction. I could offer you a solution. In exchange, I only ask that you take my side and give me aid to help win over Penelope. The older man blinked. Hold on, you're actually serious about my niece? That dull girl who smells of ducks? Who are you calling dull? Does not deny that she smells like ducks, though. It's fine, he's into that. Tyndareus flinched. Even if you are her uncle, I wouldn't be so keen on letting that go by. Oh, I apologize. A drop of sweat trickled down his forehead. Why then? Why are you so pressed on pursuing her? Is it not obvious? I've fallen in love with her. That's... You're serious? What? Am I not allowed to fall in love? Well, no. I mean, why her? That's none of your business, old man. That's none of your business, old man. Oh. For a moment there, Odysseus noticeably faltered. Oh, that's fun. We got like a glimpse of the Odysseus that Penelope sees. But now it's like, we've got a dark version of Odysseus, so the box has gone back to dark. That's fun. However, your brother doesn't seem like he'd let his favourite daughter go. He shrugged. I wish to take her with me to Ithaca. If I do, that means one less contender for the throne, yes? After all, whoever marries the Spartan princesses will have the right to the throne. As of now, Tyndareus and Icarius shared the throne as brothers. But Odysseus was essentially forfeiting his claim by choosing to take Penelope away to Ithaca. This means that he's reducing Icarius's potential heirs, consolidating more power for Tyndareus. So I take your niece, while you get to solve your daughter's suitor's woes, and as a bonus, your family's position on the throne is strengthened. All intentions are clear. Everyone wins, no? Except for your brother, but I don't like him anyway. Tyndareus bit his lips. Indeed, that man offered him nothing but benefits. Unless he had an ulterior motive to taking Penelope's hand, there really wasn't any downsides to this. The worst that could come from this was earning Icarius's ire for taking the side of this insolent man. But that was a small price to pay compared to everything Odysseus was offering. Then let us hear it. How do you intend to pick a suitor for my daughter without causing infighting? I'll take that as a deal, then. I'd like to hear a yes. Tyndareus fell silent, as if weighing his options. After a short moment of silence, he finally spoke. Yes, very well. You have yourself a deal, an oath. I will help you get married to my niece Penelope if you can ensure my daughter is safe. My daughter's safe betrothal. Good choice. The solution is simple. Another oath. Announce that Helen will be the one to make the decision. Before she does, make them carry out an oath. That they must respect her decision. That all the other suitors must protect the one she chooses. If one is to bring harm to her or her chosen partner, then they will face the wrath of all who made the oath. I doubt anyone is stupid enough to risk it. Even if anyone is actually that foolish, then you will have everyone who made the oath as your ally. I'll run you through the finer details, but this should solve everything, no? Tyndareus nodded along. In short, they will have to pledge an oath if they wish to be one of the candidates for Helen. And when one is chosen among the candidates, everyone who made the pledge will become allies with the princess and her spouse. It was a method that forces her suitors to become allies with each other. On the surface, the oath has good intent. There is no reason not to take it. Yet breaking their pledge would not only paint them in a bad light, but also earn the ire of all. Yes, yes! The older king mulled. Goodness, what a simple plan! Why hadn't I thought of that? He spoke to himself in awe. Well then, let me garner some materials to take down your instructions. I'll be right back. The man suddenly sounded much more energetic than how he was just a moment ago, as if a huge burden had been lifted off his shoulders. Of course, I'll be waiting here. And he watched the man walk off. He's so easy. Whatever happened to not wanting to make a deal with a trickster? I hope Quackilies. I hope Quackilies delivered the message. So that's what Pomodoro Duck is called. So Quackamedes and Quackilies. No, it's Duckamedes and Quackilies. Everything's going according to plan. For the next few days, Penelope didn't see Odysseus. They kept exchanging messages through her ducks. Apparently King Tyndareus had made a move, so the whole palace had become abuzz with activity. It was something about conducting a ritual for an oath which involved all of her suitors. Unfortunately, this also involved Odysseus's mandatory attendance, even though he had thrown in the towel with Helen. He was still masquerading as her suitor so that he could continue staying at their palace as a guest. Not long after that, Helen had finally chosen a husband. And just as Odysseus had guessed, it was some guy named Melenus. For the next few days, wait a few years. With Helen now finally engaged, it should be time for everyone to return home, right? But that was not the case. King Tyndareus invited everyone to stay for a little while longer, for an event he and a certain collaborator had planned. So yeah, that's pretty much the case. Let me get this straight. Menelaus! It was in the song! You've got to deal with Uncle to help with Helen's engagement so that he'd vouch to father for you? Pretty much. And you solved the problem he's had for months in just a few days? Uh-huh. I'm sorry, this is... I could do anything but put my mind to it. Come on, praise me. Quack, quack. See, Duckomedes gets it. The little one says you have a terrible ego. Yes, you do, Odysseus. I'm sure Helen and Menelaus will live happily ever after. Nothing bad will happen. And 1,000 ships will not be sailed. Definitely not. But I probably should keep quiet on that. Still, your father sure is stubborn. I got Tyndareus to talk to him about handing you over, but he won't settle for it without me beating him in a foot race. I'm sorry about that. Don't be. I'm more frustrated over not being able to take you home sooner. I just can't wait to have you see Ithaca already. Then we can take a stroll along the seaside, tour around the market. I'll treat you to some of our special delicacies. Don't you have work to do? Why do you have to remind me of that? Well, I'll be your wife, so isn't it my responsibility to keep you in line? He likes the idea of that. Wife, right? Wife. Marriage. And you know what? Wife, marriage, wife, marriage may have to wait until next week. So we're probably going to get one of the endings next week. And then I guess we'll explore what happens maybe if you completely reject Odysseus. We'll get like the I wovey dovey ending. And then we'll get the I fucking hate you, leave me alone ending. Wifey, waifu, wifey, Wi-Fi, internet, broadband. But yes. It is unfortunately that time where I have to go bye-bye and go to bed. So I gotta end the stream. Thank you everyone for coming to today's stream. I hope you enjoyed. If you have not already done it, I would also highly appreciate it if you could leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you've done that, go Twitch, subscribe to that one. If you've done that, go to Discord, join there. Members, YouTube members, if you could go on to the posts page on YouTube and place your vote for the game of this month. If you've done it already, please go do it again, because I had to post it a second time because I totally didn't put it as a member only post last time because I'm a smart cookie like that sometimes, so I had to post it again. So please re-vote if you have already voted. Make sure you've got your vote in for the member chosen stream of the month. And that is the shill. If you want to be able to vote for it, you did it twice. Wonderful. If you want to be able to vote between, it's 3 book related games. We've got the librarian one that I've been directed to multiple times in Discord. Librarian, tidy up the arcane library, bookshop simulator, tiny bookshop, or you can comment your own option. If you want to be able to vote on that, you need to join YouTube membership, so you can direct me onto which one you would like to see me play this month. But that is all I have for you. I'll be back tomorrow with some more Limbus company. But until then, I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Briny Rosemith, live in the Forbidden Library. Good.